perhaps both the defense and the prosecution to comment on if they should submit a memorandum. May we also have your views on the standard of conduct required of a member of the judiciary? Is it the same as to the standard of conduct, for example, of an executive official, or perhaps that of a member of the legislature? We'd like to see if we are comparing apples to apples. In other words, yung requirement ba, yung standard of conduct ba ng nasa hudikatura, parehas ba yan ng isang dating undersecretary ng Public Works, for example? Hopefully we can have that likewise in the memorandum.
Your Honor, we will include that in our memorandum.
Thank you. Majority Floor Leader, I think we better start with the trial. All of these matters ought to be submitted during after the closure of the presentation of the evidence on both sides.
Just
the procedure in this trial is for the prosecution to present its case and for the defense to present its defense. Then, if there's a need for rebuttal, then so be it. And the memorandum, if at all, will come after the presentation of the prosecution's case and the defense rebuttal of the evidence of the prosecution. That's where we are at the moment. So the gentle lady from Iloilo is again recognized.
Just one word. In response to Defense Counsel's manifestation that it is their belief that the law does not require an itemization or a specification of the bank deposits of the filer or the declarant, I repeat, in the case, also 2011, I was citing the Plato case of 2011. In this case, this is also 2011, Office of the Ombudsman v. Racho, 2011. In this case, the court found Racho guilty of dishonesty for non-disclosure of his bank deposits in Sound. The court held that, quote, in this case, Racho not only failed to disclose his bank accounts containing substantial deposits, but he also failed to satisfactorily explain the accumulation of his wealth or even identify the sources of such accumulated wealth. And therefore, in view of these pronouncements by the Supreme Court, defense will now have the burden of proving that failure to disclose bank deposits is not necessarily an indication of bad faith to omit a significant amount of the assets of the defendant.
We agree, Your Honor.
So, Majority Floor Leader,
Mr. President,
may I suggest that we go on with the trial?
Yes, we are now ready.
Let's hear the defense present the case for the respondent. We cannot judge this on the basis of manifestations or just the evidence presented by the prosecution unless the defense is ready to say that we waive our right to present evidence.
So, Mr. President,
And I don't think that they're going to waive that.
we are not, Your Honor.
Now, there are issues here that must be clarified. And that is what we are waiting for.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. President, we are now ready to...
As far as the presiding officer is concerned, there's only one standard for high officials and lowly employees of this government, and that is found in the first sentence of Section 17 of Article 11. To tell the truth and nothing but the truth in your declaration of assets, liabilities, and net worth. So proceed.
We're now ready for the continuation of the presentation of evidence by the defense, Mr. President.
Before we proceed, Your Honor, I just would like to make a manifestation. It is unfortunate, and we apologize that our Chief Defense Counsel